Western Michigan University is a dynamic, student-centered research institution. The university has a proud heritage of service to the local community and to the community at large. Our mission of forging responsiveness is supported by the principle of service excellence. Service excellence is positive, effective communication that connects you with the people you serve. We have an opportunity to display service excellence each time we interact with a caller. Proper telephone answering and voicemail greetings give callers a positive impression of our university. The telephone is an instrumental tool in accomplishing the necessary requirements in keeping the university running. Because the phone is such an important instrument in the daily business of the university, it is important that we all know and understand the university's standards on phone procedures. 5 topics will be discussed during this presentation, including creating a telephone greeting, transferring a call, putting a call on hold, using the voicemail system, and creating a positive last impression. Each time you answer the phone, you are making a first impression with the caller. This impression is a reflection of yourself and the university. Each call should be handled as a chance to create a positive first impression. You can do this by using an appropriate greeting, such as the following, when answering the phone.
Good morning. Office of the Provost, this is David. How may I help you?
Remember to always include your name and department and ask, "How may I help you?" Remember to speak slowly and clearly. In some cases, when you receive a call, it will be necessary to transfer the caller to another person or into that person's voicemail. When this is the case, please follow these steps. 1. Tell the caller to whom you are transferring them and why. 2. Give the caller the direct number in case they get disconnected.
I'll transfer you to Karen. She is the person responsible for budgets in our department. Her direct line is 387-1000.
For certain calls, it may be necessary to put the caller on hold for various reasons. When putting a caller on hold, always 1. Ask for permission first. Examples include, "Would you mind holding while I get your file?" "Can you hold briefly while I see if Mr. Jones is available?" 2. Thank them for holding. When taking a caller off hold, always thank them for holding. When it comes time to end the conversation and hang up the phone, there are several steps to take to ensure the caller is satisfied with the service he or she has received. These steps include 1. Before hanging up, be sure that you have answered all the caller's questions. 2. Always end with a pleasantry. "Have a nice day," or "It was nice speaking with you." 3. Let the caller hang up first. This shows the caller that you weren't in a hurry to get off the phone with them. As we all know, voicemail has its advantages and disadvantages. One advantage is that voicemail makes it possible to avoid missing calls altogether when away from the phone. One disadvantage of voicemail is it can be a source of frustration to the caller. Most of the negative feelings originate from badly designed organizational systems that require the caller to wade through a series of menu options. To avoid having an upset caller, there are several guidelines you can follow. 1. Record an appropriate greeting. An appropriate greeting is both courteous and brief. Also, it is important to speak slowly and distinctly so that the greeting is audible and clear. As with a telephone greeting, include your name and department on the greeting. If you plan to be in your office, your greeting can simply state you are either on the phone or away from your desk and will return the call. Ask the caller to leave a name, organization, telephone number, and the best time to call back. If you are going to be on leave or otherwise unable to return calls for an extended period of time, it's important to note this in your greeting. Identify how long you will be gone and how to contact you during your absence, or how to contact someone who can answer questions and offer assistance on your behalf.
Hello, you've reached Jonathan Smith in Human Resources. I'm out of the office today, February 12th, but will return tomorrow, the 13th. Please leave your name, telephone number, and the best time to call back. If you need assistance while I'm out, please press 0.
2. Return calls. It's unprofessional and discourteous not to return a message from a caller. Not returning a call can ruin not only your reputation, but the university's as well. 3. Avoid hiding behind voicemail. Most voicemail systems allow you to have the system answer all incoming calls. Beware that excessive use of this feature will eventually be resented by others. To avoid this resentment, answer your phone when you are there and only have the system answer incoming calls when necessary. Do you know where your call goes when your caller presses 0 in your voicemail? Some telephones are configured for the call to go to the university operator, and others will go to another person in the department. Dead-end calls frustrate callers. Given your departmental function, where should your calls transfer when the caller presses 0? If you are not sure, work with your supervisor to determine the appropriate call flow. Contact the OIT Help Desk 387-4357 with any system changes. In closing, the caller makes a determination about you, your department, and about Western Michigan University by the way he or she is treated when calling. Take advantage of each opportunity you have to show that Western Michigan University cares about its community.